Hi. Uh, hello. 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 Okay. Should be audible. Let me just check. Hello. 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 Hey. Okay. Hello. It's a bit delayed, but hello. Hey. It's there. Okay. So today is chapter one, but verse two of Bhagavad Gita, and remember we had verse one yesterday when Dhritarashtra was asking Sanjay, his minister, like my sons have assembled and Pandavas have assembled on the holy field of Kurukshetra, and what are they doing now? Like what's happening? Narrate me the story. Now, the second verse is more about what's happening on the field. So, uh, what does Sanjay said? So, when Dhritarashtra asked Sanjay, Sanjay said, on observing the Pandava army standing in military formation, King Duryodhana approached his teacher Dronacharya. So he said something. So we have King Duryodhan, who is also on the side of the Kauravas, and uh, the guru or the teacher of King Duryodhan, and I think the Kauravas in general is Dronacharya. So the literally it's spelled out as Sanjaya Uvacha. I think Sanjay says, Drishtva tu Pandavan kam Vyudham Duryodhan Stada. Duryodhan Stada. Acharyam Acharyamupas Sarangam Raja Vachan Brabit. What he says, Sanjay understood Dhritarashtra's concern, who wanted an assurance that the battle would eventuate. Sanjay tried to allay his worry by informing that the Pandu army was standing in the military formation ready for the battle. Then he moved on to tell him what his son Duryodhan was doing on battle. So the king Duryodhan on the Kaurava side is the son of Dhritarashtra. So as King Dhritarashtra was blind, his eldest son Duryodhan. So apparently Duryodhan is eldest son of. So we have the King Dhritarashtra on the Kaurava side, and his eldest son is Duryodhan. His eldest son Duryodhan virtually. So King Dhritarashtra himself was blind. So his eldest son Duryodhan virtually ruled the kingdom of Hastinapur. So he was basically the ruler. And in the Mahabharata, he is described as a very rude, egoistic, evil, and cruel by nature. King Duryodhan is described as very rude, egoistic, evil, and cruel by nature. Since his childhood, not very good. So since his childhood, he had a strong dislike for the Pandavas and left no opportunity to demean them. So he would put them down time and again. He was aware that to rule over the entire kingdom unchallenged, he needs to eliminate. So he was not ready for good, healthy competition, and he wanted to eliminate uh, the Pandavas from the earth. The earth. However, standing on the battlefield when he saw the large Pandava army, he was baffled. So that was the plan. Duryodhan wanted to eliminate all the Pandavas. But when he was actually standing in the battleground, he saw the huge army of the Pandavas and he was baffled. So he had underestimated the Pandavas. The extent of military might they had gathered was way beyond his expectations. So what he saw shocked him. So he was like, okay, I will eliminate them today. But then he sees them and he sees that they have a big army and it will not be easy to eliminate them. So, and I don't think he wanted a fair fight. So the only result basically which he wanted was the Pandavas to be eliminated. And if they have a bigger army, there's more probability of a different outcome. So that's what worries him. Duryodhana approached his guru Dronacharya with the pretense of offering respect. Now he approaches his guru Dronacharya, who's again on the Kaurava side, with the pretense of offering respect, but his actual purpose was to palliate his own nervousness. So he approaches Dronacharya as if he's trying to pay respect before beginning on the war, but he actually is anxious, and he wants to curb that anxiousness before beginning the war. His move towards his guru also revealed the mammoth military formation of the Pandava army unnerved him, and he was now fearful of the outcome. That's what I said. So he's now fearful of the outcome. He knows there is a probability, like in our life, when we are, let's say, preparing for something and everything is going right, we don't have any worries. But the moment we get to know new information that changes the probability that we might be selected. Now, the change in probability is worrisome at times. So, let's say you're preparing for an exam and you come to know that the questions are harder than they were last year, or that uh, some people this time were able to pass very easily because, let's say, they cheated and the number of seats is limited. So whatever that factoid of information is, it messes with you because it simply because it changes the probability of the event that you want to occur. So in a universe before that factoid, let's say there was 50% probability that you're going to get selected. Uh, Optimistic, let's say there was 60% probability. After that factoid, now it's lesser, so maybe it's around, let's say, 40% or 45%. So that worries you. There's a larger probability that it won't happen. uh, the next 9 verses are spoken by Duryodhan. So now Duryodhan, the king Duryodhan, has approached his guru Dronacharya, and he wants to alleviate his nerves. So the coming 9 verses would be narrated by Duryodhan to his guru Dronacharya. So that was the verse 2, chapter 1, verse 2 of Bhagavad Gita. There's not much here, like it's mostly about the king Duryodhan. One thing we learnt about is that although the king is Dhritarashtra, who is blind, King Duryodhan is the one who is actually ruling the kingdom of Hastinapur, and he's not very nice. He is cruel. He's unkind. He's egoistic, and ever since he was little, he wanted to eliminate the Pandavas, and even on the battlefield, that's his main agenda. Not winning the war, not being on the right side of the war. His main agenda is to eliminate the Pandavas. And when he learns about the might of the Pandavas, and he actually sees their army, he sees, which is with a lot of us as well. So when we are preparing for something towards our goal, and when there's a larger probability that won't happen, we panic. And therefore it's good to approach God at times when we are panicking, because we as humans have limited strength, and we can accomplish small goals, and over a period of time we can really move things, but we at times cannot control our mind. So our mind, if untamed, it can become the very thing that uh, pushes us off from our road to our goals. So that's all for today, and see you back tomorrow. Have a really good day, everyone.